There are two chances. Just like you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball that he could have scored. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form.
You're welcome to the live show. This is the Premier Sport Fan Center, and you're welcome to the live segment of our show. Today we have 5 matches across England. The match between Arsenal vs Leeds is our major focus today. We have Nottingham Forest vs Wolves, Brentford vs Bradford, Leicester City vs Fulham. You know, we're going to cover all those matches, and this is a live segment of the Premier Sports Fan Center. It's going to be a cracker. The match between Leeds vs Arsenal. Arsenal right now is in top of the table, leading every other team. You know, let's go hear what the fans have to say. A lot of fans have spoken about the Premier Sports Fan Center. A lot of fans have spoken about the match between Arsenal and Leeds. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. In a moment, we'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this. I can see Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 they come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. The table leaders, Barcelona, and the bottom line, Elche. And it's going to be a cracker. And with me here, I'm having a Barcelona fan. What is your name?
My name is Kola, and the people used to call me Marcelo.
This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Remene Gbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan.
And the match between Bournemouth vs Fulham, Nottingham Forest vs Wolves, Arsenal vs Leeds, Crystal Palace vs Leicester City, and Bournemouth vs Fulham. Those are the 5 matches across England that is being played. I will be covering all the results. We'll be telling you how it goes. We'll be giving you a report back on the current situation of the match. But right now, it is a match between Arsenal vs Leeds. With me in the studio to dissect and to analyze the match is no other but the special one, Mr. Adeyemi. You are welcome to the studio. All right, right now it is the 13th minute into the first half, and it is goalless. The match between Arsenal vs Leeds, but we are having a goal here. The match between Brentford and Brighton, it is 1-0 in favor of Brentford, and at the 15th minute into the first half. Well, Mr. Ademi, we have seen the match so far. We have seen the features of Arsenal, the lineup of Arsenal, even though we didn't expect Gabriel Jesus to feature in this match, but we can still see him playing in this very particular match as the last man in the forward.
You know, Gabriel Jesus played part of their last Europa League game. I think he started. So, you know, when a player is coming from
a win for both
injury break, you introduce them gradually. So for me, in fact, the international break was now more time for him to really get into the game. So there's nothing stopping him from starting this game.
Nothing stopping him. Fulham just hit 1 goal, and it is Fulham away from home who has scored Bournemouth 1-0, and Brentford 1-0 against Brighton. The match between Arsenal and Leeds still remain goalless, and Mr. Yemi have just said it. Nothing stopped Gabriel Jesus from performing excellently well in this very particular match. You know, right now it's been a struggle. We have seen Arsenal trying to counter them from the right, left, and center. We've seen Odegaard in the right side and left side of the wing, and trying to break the defense of the Leeds. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting Arsenal to win, but this kind of game is a banana peel, because when your chaser, which is Man City, wins their game, and you know they are coming close, you're under pressure to win your game. And when you're under pressure, you can tend to make silly mistakes. So Arsenal must watch it. Despite they want to score, yes, they want to win, but they should be careful too, so that they don't balloon it and may not be them like film.
It don't be like them like film, like magic.
Like magic.
Like magic. But you know, if we talk about the Arsenal squad, there's no way we're gonna talk about Bukayo Saka.
Of course.
We saw him during the international break.
Yeah.
His performance
was sweet
for the squad of England.
Yes.
He scored against Ukraine and also created an assist.
Very beautiful goal.
Very beautiful goal, and also created an assist. And he has been outstanding. And also, if we want to talk about the Arsenal squad, we will not talk about Gabriel Martinelli, because right now he stands top of the scoring charts because he has scored 13 goals so far.
Yeah.
So what are we expecting in this match today?
You know, we are expecting Arsenal to run them riot. Arsenal to win them. Because if you want to become the champion, you have to win games like this. And not just win, you have to win them convincingly. You have to win them in a way whereby you know that, oh, we came to play a champion, we lost to a better side. So there's no excuse if Arsenal says, oh, they didn't give us. No. This team, Arsenal should be winning this game. We don't expect it to be like Bournemouth, where they have to fight for their lives. So they should do better.
Yeah, we should do better. Arsenal is in top on the table with 69 points.
Yeah, of course.
And the match between Liverpool and Manchester City just ended, and Manchester City won Liverpool by 4 goals to 1. And that means they've had another 3 points. That means the 8-point gap has been covered to 5-point gap. So Arsenal losing this match today, that means
it might be cut down to 2 because Man City has a game in hand.
Man City have a game in hand. So it is not over yet.
Of course.
Because it is match day 28 for Arsenal. That means they have 10 matches left.
Yeah.
So 10 matches can make a lot of difference.
A lot.
It is not over for Arsenal yet. For them to start celebrating.
Yeah.
It's not over for them because they have a lot of matches in their hands to cover up against Manchester City.
You know, this is a delicate time of the season. This is a time where all hand has to be on deck. So if you really want to show yourself as a title contender, this is the time to show it. You cannot afford to be lackluster at this time of the season. So this is April. So this is times we see stuffs of champions.
All right, this is where we see stocks of champion. But before we continue the match,
it is match day 28.
Prior to the match, a lot of fans have spoken about this match.
Match day 27 for Leeds.
The Arsenal fans, the Leeds fans, they've spoken about the fans, their expectation,
they have given
and what
Manchester
they
City
are expecting to see.
Gap. With a
Before
win
we
to
go on,
match,
let's go hear what the fans have to say.
11
We
points.
spoke to the fans on the
me,
street.
I have a
Let's hear what they have to
Arsenal
say.
fan.
And in a moment, we'll be
about
back.
this match.
For now, just stay
What is your
tuned
name?
and enjoy the conversation between Premier Sports and the fans of Arsenal and Leeds. We'll be back in a moment.
What are you thinking about this match?
It is one of those games. We take them one at a time.
All right.
Emirates is our fortress. We are not shaking. It should be 3 points in the bag.
3 points in the bag. You know, the form of Leeds these days is something incredible. They have been performing very well. And, you know, when you hear you want to play, every player, when you hear you want to play with the champions, you know, you always come out with your best. You know, if you underrate them, they will surprise you. Today, Leeds are in good form and they want to play with the top leaders of the Premier League, and they are coming up with all the full force. Don't you think they are going to create a surprise from Arsenal?
I don't think so. Arsenal has sacrificed a whole lot of cups to focus on the Premiership.
Okay.
I think it's our primary target this season, and we are taking it as serious as they come. So I don't think Leeds will pose any threats.
You don't think Leeds will pose any threat? But let us look at who is coming behind you, which is Manchester City. You know, they are on fire now. You know, any team they meet now, you see Erling Haaland come, hat-trick, 5 goals, you know. And I don't think they are going to lose any match right now, because in April, that is where you see the best of Manchester City. That means they will do everything possible to come ahead of Arsenal.
I don't think that will happen. It is a season that has already been defined.
Okay.
As the harder they come, the harder they fall. If we lose, they lose.
Okay.
If we win, they can. If they like, let them win. But we must maintain our gap. Our target is the cup. And we are
target is the cup, and we are looking at the last match of the season. Like you said, Chelsea is not in any other competition. They are not in the FA. They are not in the UEFA Champions. They are not in the Carabao. But Manchester City, they are in all of those. You understand what I'm saying? And today's match, a win for Arsenal would be the gap. That means they will open the gap. But before that, I want you to tell me your best personal 3 Arsenal players and one of the reasons why you like them.
Yes. Our golden boy.
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
All right.
Thomas Partey, the midfield dynamo.
Oh.
Yes, and our irreplaceable Gabriel Jesus.
Wow.
He is the guy who brings violence in the attack. we like his ways. He may not be scoring much, but he creates a lot of confusion for the opposing team.
Wow.
And that gives us an edge to nick in the goals.
Wow, that is beautiful. I like your choice of selection. The ones you selected so far, they were beautiful. Bukayo Saka is incredible right now. He has scored 12 goals, you understand, and 10 assists. You know, I think for the long we have not seen that in Arsenal squad, but we've seen it in Bukayo Saka, and he's 21-year-old and he's doing all this magic. Are you impressed?
Very, very much impressed. Very much impressed. He's in the form of his life.
Wow.
And we hope that he will continue in this wonderful form. till the end of the season.
Right. So, what is your prediction for today's match? Arsenal versus Leeds.
We should be very modest.
Okay.
3 goals, 3 points.
3 goals, 3 points.
Yes.
Wow, that is incredible. You had him. 3 goals, 3 points for Arsenal. They are proud now. They are happy. But those days, you people used to hide your face. When the Chelsea talk, you people run and hide.
Not really. We've been planning for this day. We've been planning for this season, and the season has actually come. So there's the momentum is there, and the top prize is our target, and by the grace of God, we'll coast home to victory.
All right. Thank you very much for granting us interview.
Thank you.
Enjoy the match. Arsenal versus Leeds.
You're welcome.
A lot of expectation. Arsenal leads the table, top of the table, with 69 points. Well, Leeds is in the 14 points. Today with me, I have an Arsenal fan, a proud Arsenal fan who want to talk about today's match. What is your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe. All right. What is your thought? What's your thought of this match? What are you thinking?
As we know, Arsenal, they are very, very informed now.
Yeah.
So we know that most of the great players in Arsenal, they are going to do a lot. I don't know about Gabriel Jesus, if he's playing today. I don't know about that, but he's my favorite player in Arsenal.
Okay.
Like Shaga is my favorite player also. I know that they are going to do a great job today. At least, at all, 4-1.
I thought the vessel. I thought 4-1. Oh, I thought 4-1. But we want to look at the Leeds. We want to look at the Leeds team, their tactical formation. Because right now, Javi Gracia, Javi Gracia, the manager of Leeds, they are planning an underground against Arsenal. Because one, they know Arsenal very well, that they are top and they are informed. So they have to plan seriously. Are you not expecting any surprise today? Because you can categorize the Leeds as underdog, but they can come up with a surprise.
All team, they have a good plan for themselves. But the last time I checked, Arsenal right now, they are invisible.
No.
So no matter
they are invisible. So you go play ball with her, you no go see them.
They are invisible. Seriously, the pattern, they are invisible. So I know sometimes Leeds play like a Real Madrid, but for this period now, this minute time now, they are Arsenal. They are invisible.
Okay, I want to ask you one question. You see, what really happened to Arsenal that Arsenal is so transformed that they have become a winning team in the Premier League? What happened? Is it the manager? Is it the player? Is it Arsenal? Is it the Arsenal himself, the community?
What I believe, in my own side, to my own opinion, I believe that everything half time. Okay. This is Arsenal time.
All right, this is Arsenal time. Okay, before we go, I want you to tell me your best personal 3 players and why you like them. Your best personal 3 in Arsenal and why you like them. Your best personal 3 players and why you like them.
For the water.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Like as I said before.
You said Bukayo. You said Jesus.
Yes.
Bukayo Saka.
Yes, Saga, and I think their keeper also.
Okay. You say Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, and the keeper.
Yes.
The goalkeeper.
Yes.
All right. So that is nice. So what is your prediction? You say 4-1. 4-1. Nice talking with you.
I guess.
All right, you are welcome back into the match. You have heard what the fans said. Faithful Arsenal fans, they have spoken their mind. They have said Arsenal is going to win the match. Said Arsenal has what it takes. Said Arsenal has Bukayo Saka. Arsenal have Odegaard. Arsenal have Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal have Gabriel Jesus. And Arsenal have all what it takes to win to this match. You've heard what the fans have to say. Mr. Adeyemi.
Yes, sir.
Can you respond to the fans, what they said so far?
The fans, as a fan, you always want to say your team will win. Even when you are not doing well, sometimes you just say they will win. But nevertheless, it is normal for the fans want their team to win. So we hope the expectations of the fans are not dashed. We just hope so.
We hope the expectation of the fans are not dashed. In an update of the matches playing around England, it's Brighton vs Brentford. It is 2-2. Within 29 minutes, it is 2-2. Both teams have scored 2 goals, and it's amazing. The match between Bournemouth and Fulham, it is 1-0 in favor of Fulham, and it was a cracker. It was a goal nobody expected, and it was scored by Pereira. Yeah, it was scored by Pereira, and that is a beautiful one. Arsenal have to win this match today so that they can continue to close up the gap between Manchester City and Arsenal. Manchester City have just won the match.
Of course, they need nothing short of the 3 points. The 3 points will dictate the game. And trust me, it's looking more like the game will be more difficult than we thought. Because it's like Leeds are not ready to give Arsenal the 3 points on a platter of gold.
They are not ready to give Arsenal let us look at the managers. Let us look at the managers so far in this very encounter and what they have come up with. You see that the manager of Arsenal came up with a 4-3-3 formation tactics against. Oh, that would have been the first goal for Leeds, but the goalkeeper saved that one. You know, a lot of Arsenal fans right there in the defense trying to cover up for against the Leeds, but they were able to penetrate, and the goalkeeper saved that goal. You know, so as I was saying, it is the 31st minute into the first half, and it's goalless. Arsenal is playing a 4-3-3 formation, and look at what Leeds is playing. Leeds is playing a 5-4-1 formation.
Yeah, they packed the bus.
5-4-1 formation. What do you think the manager is trying to achieve? What do you think he wants to achieve?
Like, if they don't win, at least they should not lose. So they want to defend. And that's expected because they are in the relegation zone. So they really need the 3 points.
Yeah, in the relegation zone, when we talk about the relegation zone, we know we have Manchester City and we have Arsenal at the top of the table with 69 points, and Leeds is at 14 points. Not yet on the relegation table. Leeds has 14 points, and a win for
14.
them today can take them.
If you look at that table, the difference between even 13 or 14 to the last on the table, I don't think it's more than 5 points or thereabout. So it's very close. You lose any 3 points, you can pay dearly for it.
Oh, that would have been the first goal for Leeds, but the goalkeeper was able to save that. The goalkeeper was able to save that.
Leeds are creating better chances than Arsenal. So I just said it that it's like Leeds are not ready to give this 3 points up on a platter of gold. Arsenal have to fight and earn it. Look at that ball.
It has been a spectacular save from the goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale of Chelsea, of Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale of Arsenal. He has been spectacular in this very encounter. He has been saving a lot of goals. And a lot of fans have spoken about him. Here we see Gabriel Jesus. After coming from injury, he has one man to beat in the 18 box. But the defender was able to hold him. Right still in front of the 18 box. Arsenal trying to penetrate. And it is Gabriel Jesus who is in the 18 box. What did he do? He has movement and he created a chance. He beat 2 men. And it should be a penalty. With the referee for that. With the referee offered that. Oh, what did the referee say?
I think he said it's a penalty. I think it's a worthy penalty.
That should be a penalty if the referee knows what he's doing. But with the referee offer that, let's see.
It's a penalty. I think it's a penalty.
Look at Gabriel Jesus. He beat one in the 18 box. He beat the second person and it was cleared down. Look at it. Clear beating. One beautiful beating. And the second one, he has one man to beat. He beat that one and there was a contact.
That's a penalty.
There was a contact. Let us hear what the referee has to say.
Penalty.
Probably they are going to employ the VAR to cross-check what is happening.
Anywhere in the world, that's a penalty. In fact, of course, a penalty and maybe a yellow card.
A penalty, and that is Ellen who gave that wrong attack against Gabriel Jesus, who came from injury to create a penalty for Arsenal. But let's see whether the referee will give that. Thomas Partey is there.
He has already given it.
Oh, he has offered that as a penalty. That was a beautiful one. Well, I don't know why the referee.
Arsenal scored.
I don't know why.
Arsenal is leading 1-0.
Yay! It is a goal. The goal from the penalty kick by Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus scored the penalty, and it is surprising, bro, to see Bukayo Saka in the reserve bench. Why would he could do such a thing?
He has played too many games. When you play too many games, you have to understand that you have to rest your players sometimes. It's only normal in football. It's because, too many games bring fatigue. And when you are fatigued, you can be injured easily. So, I think that's why he has rested. Not just bench him, he just rested. That's what I would say. Because who would want to bench a player that is on form?
It's really been on form. Because the match, we saw him what he played against Ukraine.
Yeah, even in the Premier League.
It was in the Premier League. He scored a goal during the international break.
Yeah.
He scored a goal against Ukraine. He created an assist. And that is the goal for Gabriel Jesus, coming from injury to score the goal. Talking about Gabriel Jesus, at the inception of the league, of the Premier League, he came in and he was banging goal from left, right, and center, and everybody was shouting, Gabriel Jesus, that he was going to be the Golden Boot winner. But injury came and took him off.
Injury is part of the game. You look at, he was smart. He saw that the keeper wants to run, and he put it in the middle. That's what they call sweet in the middle.
Sweet in the middle, and the goalkeeper went to the right side, and the ball played by Gabriel Jesus went directly into the net, that is center side. That was a brilliant, that was a perfect penalty kick.
Sweet. That's a sweet penalty. And Arsenal is already 1 goal up.
Arsenal is 1 goal up. As it stands right now, along England, across the 5 matches played, it is Arsenal who is leading Leeds by 1-0. And Fulham is leading Bournemouth away by 1-0 also. And Brighton by Brentford, that is where we have the goal bonanza. And it is 2-2.
Wow, 4 goals.
2-2, 4 goals in just 37 minutes.
Who would have thought? 4 goals in the first half.
Crystal Palace vs Leicester City still goalless. Then Nottingham Forest vs Wolves also goalless.
Those kind of game in the Premier League, if you could see it ahead, 4 goals in the first half. I know punters would have been licking their lips if they had seen it earlier. So they're saying, we would have staked high on this. Well, what can we say?
What can we say? With this win now, I think it's going to be an additional feather to Arteta. Arteta, who has won 100 matches.
Yeah, Arteta, he was just awarded the match manager of the month. Saka too,
the player of
the month. And even this guy, their goalkeeper, won the save of the month, Aaron Ramsdale. So it's just a sweet time to be an Arsenal fan. So let's just see.
It's going to be a sweet time to be an Arsenal fan, and there is an update coming in from the matches played along England. And this time around, it is Nottingham Forest who have scored Wolves. Who would have thought that Wolves would be 1-0 down against Nottingham Forest this time around?
In football now, names don't win games. Performance win games. So if you rely on names, you're on your own. So that's just it. You just have to bring your A game. If you don't bring it, you're a goner. So,
if you don't bring it, you're a goner. A lot of, when we went to the field for the voice, oh, a beautiful turnout. Oh, what a goal it would have been. But the defenders of Leeds were able to stop Gabriel Jesus from scoring the goal and also able to stop Gabriel Martinelli.
That was good defending.
That was a good defense.
That was
from
good defending from Leeds United.
Yeah, from Leeds United.
They actually packed the bus. So they are trying to see if they can get a draw. But if they are taking the lead, it would have been a more difficult game for Arsenal. But since Arsenal just scored first, they want to come out more, and if they get the second goal, that might be the end of the game. Because this game, as it stands right now, Arsenal is in control. And that's what Arsenal will want to do for the rest of the match, because you don't want to lose control of a game that you need. You're already in control, you don't want to lose it, because if you lose it, it can be disastrous. It can be very dangerous. It can be an error that you can pay for dearly. So they want to avoid that. What more than to just keep the possession of the game and keep everything in play and make sure that they do the needful to win the game.
They did the needful to win the game. Right now, across England, in the 5 matches being played along England, all matches have seen a goal, except the match between Crystal Palace versus Leicester City.
Crystal Palace, Leicester City. 2 teams fighting this to save their ass from going to relegation. But, Crystal Palace just sacked their manager and brought in their former manager. And let's see what that will do to them. Leicester is a team that has been, this time they are hot, they are cold. They've not been really stable. But in time, we'll see if they can actually do something and just bring the game to a very interesting side, not the boring 0-0.
A beautiful cross there from a free kick from the side of Leeds, but the defenders of Arsenal were there, and Saliba was able to head that ball out, and it's a counter. 2-0. The goalkeeper came out and said, "Hey, cross! Who is there?" Oh, the last defender of Leeds was able to save that goal. The goalkeeper was already out, and it was Ayila from Leeds who saved that goal. The goalkeeper came out to defend, but a cross from the player of Arsenal almost going to the net, but Ayila was there to save the goal. What a beautiful play.
The guy didn't really put much force. You see, the force was not there. If the ball was faster than that, the guy would not get it.
He would not be able to save it.
Yes.
Would not be able to save it. No, when we are talking about talking about the defense of Arsenal, so far so good. I've seen William Saliba, who has been outstanding, because we check the records of the passes, he has deflected so far, the passes he has stopped. We are having 137 passes.
Yeah, of course. That explains why they are on top of the table. When you have defenders performing, your number 4, Partey, the DM, your defensive midfielder is performing, and you also have your strikers, attackers, scoring goals, not just one man. It's good to have players that are performing, not just one man. Because when you look at a team that are one-man team, when you mark out the main man, you easily get them. But when you have your different attackers performing from right, left, and center, you just have a team that they will be difficult to mark out. Because if you mark this one is doing the damage. If you mark this one, another one is doing the damage. And that's what Arsenal has enjoyed so far this season. With what I'm looking at, most of the attackers will go on double digits this season.
Most of the attackers will actually go. Because even in the international break, we saw the performances of the Arsenal squad in their respective national team. We saw Bukayo Saka. We know his exploit. We saw the rest of them, Odegaard, even Thomas Partey. We saw him in the African qualifiers.
Yeah.
He played for Ghana, and they were able to come out with a result.
Yeah.
We saw the rest of them, Martinelli, we saw Trossard, we saw White, and the rest of them.
Yeah, of
they
course.
were able to create.
It's normal when your team is doing well. National team will call them up. National teams invite mostly the players that are doing well. I don't know about Nigeria though. They used to invite players that sit on the bench. I don't know how they recognize that their performance has been. But so far so good. When we talk about national teams that know what they are doing, that know their own names, that know what they should be doing right, they invite players that are playing very well, that are playing part-time. So at that point in time, when there's international break, the players that are performing, those are the ones they invite. And one more, you see a team like Arsenal, it is the players that perform that makes the team be on top of the table. So when you are performing, your national team will call you up. That's just it.
Yeah, when you are performing, your national team will call you up. And this is the result of what we are getting right now. We saw the Arsenal teams individually performing in their national team, giving the national team result. And here we see them as a team, as a squad against Leeds. And right now we are seeing the impact. All the players have been contributing to the Arsenal team. And right now it is 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. We saw Trossard, we saw Odegaard, even Zinchenko. We saw them all in the international break. They were performing very excellently well. And Arsenal is leading right now. Let's talk about the goal scorers. In the Arsenal squad, we have Martinelli, who has scored 13 goals. And we now have Bukayo Saka, also who has scored 12 goals with 10 assists.
Double-digit goal involvement.
We are expecting a lot of goals because Gabriel Jesus just scored the penalty from a penalty kick right now. And we all know that if not because of injury, he would have done better than this.
Of course.
We have been counting him among the top scorers.
Yeah, of course.
Because he started very well.
No, you see, when you have a team like Arsenal, with the way they are united. They play for each other. They play for one another. So when you have that kind of cohesion, one language, unity in a team, the sky can be the starting point. Those are one of the things that has been working for Arsenal. So far, so good. Arsenal has been doing well. So that explains why you are having Saka on double digit already, Martinelli on double digit. And when you see it in no time from now, Gabriel Jesus too might be on double digit. Yeah. So it's Odegaard. I think Odegaard to goal involvement.
Yeah, Odegaard is having eight goals. Any moment will be in double digit.
No, if you look at goal involvement, goal and assist, is already on double digit. So with that, you have your attackers performing, your defenders are performing. What more? You top the table.
You top the table. And right now, as we talk, we are in the Emirates Stadium with about 60,704 capacity stadium, and it is filled to the brim. A lot of people are watching this very particular match right now in England. And what do you expect Arsenal to offer when you're having about 60,704 spectators watching right now at the Emirates Stadium? Oh, what a shot!
Arsenal should not get over ahead of themselves. The seasons they have been doing badly too. 60,000 and something have been watching them. And they have been opening the book of lamentation. So that this season they are doing well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's because of the fans. Those fans, they don't cry tired. In fact, they deserve to at least celebrate now, even if they don't win. But Arsenal fans, they've suffered.
Right.
No.
I want to give it to Arsenal fans, because to me they are one of the faithful fans.
No, honestly, ladies should start thinking of dating Arsenal fans. You know they are loyal.
They start thinking of dating them because they are patient enough.
They are patient, and you know the gender. With all due respect, you need a level of patience to deal with them. So they should be thinking of dating Arsenal fans, because it takes patience on another level to be an Arsenal fan. And then what can we say? They are eating the fruit right now. We hope it doesn't taste sour.
We hope it doesn't taste sour because, if you look at it, most of the Arsenal critics, when they want to criticize Arsenal, they will tell you that Arsenal cannot win top 4 teams, the big teams in the Premier League. But we saw Arsenal beat some of the big teams. They say Arsenal will not go far more than January. We saw them across January still leading the table. They said Arsenal will not be able to hold teams like this. We saw Arsenal holding them. And right now, as it stands, they are still in top of the table. In fact, with this goal now, that means Arsenal is still maintaining 8-point lead against Manchester City.
You see, can you blame those people that are saying? They said. Because I remember the last season that Arsenal really had it strong, contending for the league. They had 15-point lead by December. And they ballooned it. A lot of expectation.
15-point lead?
Yes. And that season, I think Manchester United won the league. That season, it was under Arsene Wenger. And so you can't blame people that are saying, that are saying. So
they are saying based on the past.
Yes, now based on the antecedent. So you can't blame them. So, but it's sweeting Arsenal fan now. So, and it depends.
Some. It is sweet some. As it depends some, it is sweet some. And as it depends some, it is the end of the first half of the 5 matches played along England. It is Arsenal who leads Leeds by 1-0.
Yeah.
You understand? And it is Fulham who leads Bournemouth away from home by 1-0. And Brighton vs Brentford, it is 2-2. That is where we have recorded the highest goal scoring so far in this match. Yeah. Crystal Palace vs Leicester City, it is goalless draw. Then Nottingham Forest versus Wolves, it is 1-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. It's a surprise to me. That is the most surprising result so far. Nottingham Forest leading Wolves away in their home.
But if you look at it based on history, Nottingham Forest is a bigger team compared to Wolves. Nottingham Forest has won the Champions League. Even twice. The so-called table toppers has not won it. So, and you can't count yourself as one of the best in Europe or the world if you have not won the most sought-after trophy in European football.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In European football. And when we talk about Wolf, I was saying that it is like Wolf has woken up. Wolf are meeting up to expectation because in their last matches, you saw them. In the last 3 matches they played, they have not lost. Even they went ahead to win Liverpool 3-0. They defeated Liverpool 3-0. And a lot of big teams, they have won them. But right now, do you think they can come back in the second half to make the difference?
The game is still open. The game is very, very open. So anything can still happen. So, never say never. Football. 1 minute, in fact, 5 seconds is too much for a goal. Talk less of another 45 minutes. So the game is still open. You saw Liverpool going ahead and still losing 4-1. So it can be initial gra-gra.
It can be initial gra-gra, yeah. Initial gra-gra. And the first half have come to an end. But before we resume back in the second half, let's just talk about some of the players of the Arsenal squad, most especially Bukayo Saka, who is on the bench right now as we talk, and the rest of them. Why will Arteta not feature Bukayo Saka in this very particular match? Knowing fully well, Bukayo Saka has been consistent. He's young, 21-year-old, and he has been banging goal. If he didn't score, he will create an assist. And there is nobody that can hold him from that right wing of the field. He beats every defender to create chances.
You see, Saka is a human being. He has flesh and blood. So he has every tendency to get tired too. So you cannot say because he's performing, you should not rest him. He will be a stupid manager if he just keeps using him till he gets an injury of maybe 3 months and the team now miss him massively. So it's better to rest him in 1 game than to risk him to go and get a longer time on the sideline. So it's just team management. That's why the marathon of football, you learn how to manage it. That's why you have squad depth. And that is very, very important.
That is why we have squad depth, and that is why it is very, very important. And we'll talk about the top scorers of the Premier League. We'll be talking about Erling Haaland, who has scored 28 goals. We'll be talking about Harry Kane, who has scored 21 goals. We'll be talking about Tony from Brentford, who has scored 16 goals. We'll also be talking about Martinelli of Arsenal, who has scored 13 goals. We'll be talking about Bukayo Saka, who has scored 12 goals. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
These people are presently right here in this very particular match in the squad of England. Do you think they can come out and make a difference?
There's nothing much to say. Like, they are leading. So they just want to keep the win. 1-0, either by blow, either by elbow, either by Shiko, or that and that. So if they win 1-0, they're okay.
No, you are saying 1-0. What I'm asking now, can they maintain this 1-0? Because the Leeds squad, they are not resting. Now, let us look at the managerial side of it. We have in the Chelsea, in the Arsenal side, we have Arteta. Then the Leeds manager, Javi Gracia, who took over from Jesse Marsch. You understand what I'm saying? He will be officially crowned the manager of Leeds on Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On Tuesday, and he has made so much impact in the Leeds squad. You understand what I'm saying? He has made so much impact in the Leeds squad, and this very particular match, you can't say it is over yet, because the players are hungry, the coach is hungry, want to make a name, and anything can happen.
I'm not saying the game is over yet. You said guys to come in and make a change. What I was just trying to say is that there was no reason to change when you are like not
change the
changes, but change the way the play is going on, because they were already leading. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I said there's not much to think. You just want to keep momentum.
Just want to keep momentum.
Yes.
Now let us, before we keep momentum, let us look at what the coach, their plans are. Let us look at those who are on the substitution bench, who are on the bench, who are the reserve bench. Let us look at those. We have Jorginho, we have Kiwor, Nelson, also Saka. Bukayo Saka is on the substitution bench. We have Smith Rowe, we have Tenny, we have Tona, we have Vera, and we have Water. That is for the Arsenal squad. Then for the Brentford squad, we have Bamford, we have Copper, Gray A, we have Greenwood, we have Kirby, we have McKennie, Robbies, Rodrigo, and Ruta. That is on the substitution bench of Leeds. So what is the plan of the manager? Do you think the reserve bench
is during the second half is when you will see the plan of the manager. You can't really do guesswork now because you just see the game. We saw the first half. When they resume second half, after playing a few minutes, then you can start seeing maybe what the manager thinks or maybe what the manager is having in mind.
What the manager thinks and what the manager is having. Well, ladies and gentlemen, football lovers, we'll be back in a moment. We're going to take a break. It is 1-0 in favor of Arsenal in a match, and a match between Brentford and Brighton, it is 2-2. Fulham is leading Bournemouth by 1-0, and so on and so forth. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back. The match is not over yet. Arsenal still have a lot to offer. We have not seen Bukayo Saka. We'll be expecting him in the second half. We have not seen the rest players. But for now, let's have a short break, and we'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. Don't go away. We'll be back in a second. Thank you.
There are two chances. Just as you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and you could have scored. At least you could have given, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account. Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about two. Let my two until they come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. At the international break, we saw Bukayo Saka did wonders in the England squad against Ukraine. It was 2-0. Bukayo Saka scored one and created one assist. Right now, we are back to the Premier League, and it is Arsenal versus Leeds into this match. And with me right here, I have an Arsenal fan who wants to give his contribution to the match that is about to be played. So, sir, what is your name?
My name is Soji.
Soji, all right. And you're an Arsenal fan. So, what are your thoughts of this match between Arsenal versus Leeds?
Yeah, before you started, you mentioned Saka.
Okay.
And Saka was doing fine in the international game. And now, you know, Arsenal just hype Saka money. Okay. And the more you have the money, the more you give more. Yeah. You give the best. Yeah. So expect 2 goals from Saka today.
Wow.
He will go all mile because he's having more. If you see the margin of the money he's getting now, that's the margin what you should expect. And you see the support all through. All the team, they were just talking about him, singing his praise. He will hold more flag today. 2 goals from him. And Leeds, you are going down. Arsenal, more hope.
Arsenal going up. I know, you know, are you convinced enough that Arsenal is good enough to win the Premier League for 2022-2023 season?
Yeah, because everyone have been using mouth to bring Arsenal down before now. They said it, it's because we just started the league. Before August, they will go down. We didn't go down. Before December, you know, December time, they will go down. We didn't go down. Champions League, UEFA, everything, they will go down. We didn't go down. In February, after the transfer, they will go down. We didn't go down.
Say you can't beat big teams.
March have gone now. We are in April. Just 2 months to crown. We are going up and up. So it has been seen and written on the wall. Arsenal all the way.
Arsenal all the way. Arsenal all the way. But let us look at the club, Manchester City, that is coming behind Arsenal, and it's a team to fear because in their last 2 Champions League games they scored 8 goals, and the Premier League they have been scoring goals. They are like goal machine, coming behind Arsenal with full force. And today's match, Liverpool versus Manchester City, is a very big match. But if a win for Manchester City, it will close the gap from 8 points back to 5 points against Arsenal. And we know we still have like 10. Arsenal still have 10 matches to play, while Liverpool still have 11 matches to play, and Manchester City still have 11 matches to play. So don't you think they can come up and catch up with Arsenal?
It will just be like a balloon promises. If they promise everyone that they are going to catch up.
The second half, and that is a beautiful chance for Arsenal. Oh, that is a goal! The second goal for Arsenal, and it is 2-0 in favor of Arsenal. The second half just commenced, and in the 47th minute, Arsenal was able to bang a goal with the referee give that, and it was scored by White. Ben White, a defender.
Beautiful time. A beautiful time to be an Arsenal fan.
That is a beautiful time to be an Arsenal fan. And it is 2-0 in favor of Arsenal. The second half has just started, and they started it with a goal. How do you feel right now?
You know, Arsenal fans are on top of the world right now. You know, I told you that for you to show that you have stuffs of champion, you score these kinds of goals. Again, you win this kind of games. So for you to be recognized as one of the main teams that are challenging for the league, there are some kind of games you win, and these are one of them.
And there's some games you win, and these are one of them, and there's a lot of updates on the matches played across England. And you know what? Brentford have just extended their lead, and it is 3-2 in favor of Brentford, 3-2 against Brighton, and it is Brentford who is leading. And Arsenal also have increased their lead by 2-0 in the second half.
Yeah, so far so good. Arsenal doing what they have been doing this season, winning games. And they are leading now, 2-0. I think, for me, I don't see these guys coming back into this game. Leeds.
You don't see Leeds coming back into this game?
I feel Arsenal is taking this one.
But I want to ask one question. If you see a Manchester City fan, a die-hard Manchester City fan, what will you tell him pertaining the Premier League right now? Because they are the one pursuing Arsenal.
A die-hard
Manchester City fan.
Okay.
What will you tell him? Because right now, they are the only one pursuing Arsenal because Arsenal has extended the lead if they win this match to 8 points again. What will you tell them?
The game is still open. We still have 10 games. Anything can still happen. So I'll still tell them to keep hope alive.
To keep hope alive?
Yes, keep hope alive.
They can still, that means you telling them that they can still catch up with
Anything
Arsenal.
can still happen. It's football. It's football. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That means Arsenal still have to lose 3 matches. 3 matches before Manchester City catch up with them.
But the question now is, can they lose it? Yes. Can they also win it? Yes. So that's why I say time. Time we tell. In time, we will see. You know, stores of champions are not made in a day. It takes time. Over time, we'll know. We'll see.
And you know, the assist came from Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli, that's the highest goal scorer in the Arsenal squad. Who has scored more goals. Who has scored 13 goals in the Premier League ahead of. Who has scored even more than Bukayo Saka. He was the one who created this assist for Ben White.
Yes. It's a good time to be an Arsenal fan. Very sweet. You know, they say very, very sweet.
Very, very, according to Hausa man.
Yes.
Very, very sweet. I did very, very sweet. All right. This is the 50th minute of the match, the second half between Arsenal and Leeds. Well, before we continue, it's not only us. Let's hear what the fans say. Okay. We had a lot of fans who spoke about this very particular match. You know, so some anxious Arsenal fans who are anxious to tell us what they feel about the present squad of Arsenal. Let's go hear what they have to say. In a moment, we'll be back. Just 2 minutes, we'll be back. Let's hear what the fans have to say.
Versus Leeds into this match. And with me right here, I have an Arsenal fan who wants to give his contribution to the match that's about to be played. So, sir, what is your name?
My name is Soji.
Soji, all right. And you're an Arsenal fan. So, what are your thoughts of this match between Arsenal versus Leeds?
Yeah, before you started, you mentioned Saka.
Okay.
And Saka was doing fine in the international game. And now, you know, Arsenal just hype Saka money. Okay. And the more you have the money, the more you give more. Yeah. You give the best. Yeah. So expect 2 goals from Saka today.
Wow.
He will go all mile because he's having more. If you see the margin of the money he's getting now, that's the margin what you should expect. And you see the support all through. All the team, they were just talking about him, singing his praise. He will hold more flag today. 2 goals from him. And Leeds, you are going down. Arsenal, more up.
Arsenal going up. I know, you know, are you convinced enough that Arsenal is good enough to win the Premier League for 2022-2023 season?
Yeah, because everyone have been using mouth to bring Arsenal down before now. They said it is because we just started the league. Before August, they will go down. We didn't go down. Before December, you know, December time, they will go down. We didn't go down. Champions League, UEFA, everything, they will go down. We didn't go down. In February, after the transfer, they will go down. We didn't go down.
You can't beat big teams.
March have gone now. We are in April. Just 2 months to crown. We are going up and up. So it has been seen and written on the wall. Okay. Arsenal all the way.
Arsenal all the way. Arsenal all the way. But let us look at the club Manchester City that is coming behind Arsenal.
All right, you are welcome back to the second half of the match between Arsenal versus Leeds, and it is 2-0 in favor of Arsenal. The first goal was scored by Gabriel Jesus in a penalty kick, and the second goal was scored by Ben White, a cross from the left side, and he was at the end of the right side to easily put the goal into the net. And it is 2-0 in favor of Arsenal as it stands right now, and the match has been intense. We can see Leeds taking the football match against Arsenal, playing from the right side, a free kick, but it has gone to the goal kick. So far, Mr. Dayemi, we have seen how it unfolds. We have seen the play of Arsenal so far. So far, no substitution has been made. And we can see Arsenal still scoring goals. What does that tell us?
Yeah, I told you after the first half that Arsenal don't really need to change. They are leading. So they just need to keep the momentum going. And that's what they have done. They've kept the momentum going. And so far, so good. They are leading and they deserve it.
They are leading and they deserve it. Now, let's talk about Partey. Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey has been one spectacular defender when it comes to Arsenal squad.
Yeah, defensive midfielder.
Defensive midfielder. He has been there stopping a lot of stopping a lot of moves. Yeah, making a lot of interceptions against teams that plays against Arsenal.
Of course.
And we saw him. He played in the international break.
Yeah.
For
and
Ghana. And he did spectacular well. And Arteta himself, who spoke about Thomas Partey. And what did Arteta say? Arteta said they have been in good rapport with the Ghana Confederation. That they have been communicating very well concerning
Arsenal
Partey.
Just scored the third goal.
Concerning Partey. And
Arsenal is now leading 3 goals to nil.
Oh! Arsenal leading 3 goals to 1.
Goal for Gabriel Jesus.
That is wonderful. 3-0, and it is Gabriel Jesus who has scored the 3rd goal, and it is Trossard who made the assist.
Yeah, if you need assistance, you can call on Trossard.
Let us be specific. When you ask about those who have created more assists in the Premier League, a lot of people will tell you Kevin De Bruyne. Mm-hmm. But there is this argument that is on within the fans of football lovers that Trossard has made more impact than Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League this season. Do you agree with it?
You can't really blame them too. Trossard too has been fantastic this season. He has been fantastic this season. So if they say he's making impact, but you can't compare. Trossard is not playing the Champions League. He just came to a European competition team this January. So he had more time to recoup, more time to recover and all. So you can't compare with Kevin De Bruyne, who has to play Champions League.
Now, let me tell you something. Do you know why the argument was that Trossard has made more impact than Kevin De Bruyne? Is that somebody gave an example. He said, just like Messi, Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
A lot of people have already seen them as their have already seen him as their idol. So if they want to argue based on the antecedent of Lionel Messi, they will always tell you that Lionel Messi is best because one, he has made so much impact in the past.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So they want to count with what he has done in the past.
Yes.
And say he's the best.
Yes.
It is just similar to Kevin De Bruyne and Trossard. That a lot of people want to say Trossard is the best because of what he has done in the past. But when we want to talk about the present of what is happening, are you still convinced that Trossard is better than Kevin De Bruyne?
For me, why will I say Trossard? Trossard is not better than Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is far, far better. But, some seasons you might not be performing up to your normal performance rate. That doesn't mean you are not better. No. I disagree. I think Kevin is a lot better than Trossard. A lot. The difference is clear. 7-0.
Kevin is a lot better than Trossard. Now, the way it is going to be another clean sheet for Arsenal. It's going to be another clean sheet for Arsenal. And as I am talking to you, there have been a harvest of goal in the match between Crystal Palace versus Leicester City. And the scoring was not in 4 minutes. 2 goals have been scored in that encounter. And it was Crystal Palace who scored the first goal through Pereira, and the second goal was scored by Iverson. That is own goal, and it is 1-1. The match between Crystal Palace and Leicester City.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Let's still see. It's still coming alive. Now, you know, goals makes games interesting. So let's see. We hope to see more goals in that fixture.
We hope to see more goals in that fixture, but before we see more goals, let me quickly run down the present situation. Let me quickly run down the present scoreline of the 5 matches being played across England, and it is Arsenal who is leading by 3-0 against Leeds, and the match between Bournemouth and Fulham, it is 1-1 draw, and the match between Brighton and Brentford, it is 3-2 in favor of Brighton. Crystal Palace, Leicester City 1-1, and Nottingham Forest vs Wolves, it is 1-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. And right now, as we're talking, Thomas Partey has just been substituted, and Jorginho brought in. Gabriel Jesus also been substituted in the 60th minute of the match.
Yes.
What is Arteta thinking?
Yeah, because he's thinking of the next game. When you are leading 3-0, you are comfortable. So all you just want to do is rest your key players. Just while away the time. And you are into the next, preparing for the next game. But at the same time, he has to be careful. Because we've seen games whereby teams come back from 3-0 down. So, but I don't see such happening yet.
Now, let's play on an assumption. Let's assume Gabriel Jesus was not on injury, that he has been part of the Arsenal squad all through. Do you think he will have scored more goals? Because right now, today, he just played from the beginning of the match to the 60th minute, and he has been able to score 2 goals.
Of course, he would have scored more goals. That's a given. Like, it's sure to some extent. He would have scored more goals. And in fact, anybody would have known that. Because with the way he was performing from the beginning of the season, he would have scored. It might not be as high as Haaland, but he would have scored. You have been in second, third position on the highest goal scorer. Yeah.
You know, that would have been
close.
You know, as it stands right now, it is 3-0, and do you think Leeds can come back?
I don't see them.
So, will you comfortably tell Arsenal fans to be celebrating?
Not yet. There's still, I think, 9 or 10 games left.
No, to be celebrating this very particular match.
Yeah, of course. They should bring out their whatever they take and start eating and celebrating this. But what's the essence of celebrating one win when you still have a whole mountain to climb? So it's so far so good. They are doing well.
So far so good. They are doing well, and it is cliched. You know, I was telling you that William Saliba is one of the best defenders in the Premier League as it stands right now, but you did not agree with me. Right now we are seeing another clean sheet. You understand what I'm saying? Right now we are seeing another clean sheet, and Manchester United still remain Arsenal still remain one of the teams that have considered lesser goals than every other club, because right now it is 26th. Manchester City is also 26th.
Even William Saliba did not play today. So I think he's out through sorry. I think William Saliba is out. Either through injury or maybe they rest him. Or I think back injury. So he's out. So
yes, he's out. But I'm talking about his past performance in the squad.
Yeah, he has done well this season. But let's see how consistent he can be. That's what I'm saying. You know, there are some players that are one season players. So,
that is the moment for Leeds. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and Ramsdale, the goalkeeper of Arsenal. A lot of fans have spoken about him, that he has been the saving grace of Arsenal, was able to rush out one-on-one with the goalkeeper to save that goal in the 63rd minute of the second half. That was incredible. That was beautiful. That was a brilliant save by Rosedale.
Yes, that's a beautiful save. You don't get it any better. That's a beautiful save. He has a shout of the goalkeeper for the season. If you can keep more number of clean sheets and less number of conceding goals, you should be in the shout of the goalkeeper of the season. But time will tell.
When we went to the street to interview fans,
yes.
A lot of them were talking about Rosedale, that is the goalkeeper of Arsenal. They were saying is credible, is one of their best, because I always ask the fans, please mention your best 3 players of your club. A lot of people mention Rosedale, that is one of their best players because Ramsdale, that he has saved a lot of goals. And today we are seeing 3-0, even though Leeds had a lot of chances, it is Rosedale who have stopped them from scoring those goals.
Yeah, Ramsdale has been performing. He has been consistent so far. Since he came to the Arsenal, actually, he has been...
Another chance for Leeds! Oh, that one was played over the bar.
He has been really consistent. And he does something too. As a goalkeeper, you need to understand how to talk to your defenders, how to call them to order. And that explains one of the reasons why he has been conceding less goals.
That explains one of the reasons why he has been conceding less goals. He has been up and doing in the Arsenal squad. He has been up and doing in the Arsenal squad. And despite the fact that we have good defenders who are covering up another clean sheet. And if you look at it, Arsenal has had about 11 matches unbeaten in the Premier League.
Yeah, they've been playing well. That's just it. They've been playing well.
Now, if Arsenal happens to win this Premier League, will you comfortably say they deserve it?
Of course. Is there any team that wins the Premier League and not deserve it? Because the Premier League is not for boys.
Because are you not one of those who are saying that Arsenal cannot win this in Premier League?
No.
Are you not one of those who are saying Arsenal cannot beat big teams? Or are you not one of those who are saying that Arsenal cannot have a sweet run?
It's not about cannot. There's nothing called cannot in football.
Okay.
But based on antecedents over time, Arsenal have bottled a lot of lead that you would have thought Arsenal had the chance here. And they will, but look at last season. Why did they look at 3 games to the end of the season and they lost their Champions League spot? So you can see that Arsenal has not been consistent. It is
those days it was some will say he's a woman from those days, right? Who does not spend money on players? Who does not spend money on players? The likes of Gabriel, 3 great races in Arsenal squad. It was contender. We saw Saliba of Arsenal came in, Thomas Partey, they all came Because as it is now, yeah, something that nobody want to come to it. It is creating a beautiful chance for Leeds. Give it the fact that Jesse to run, said Mr. Adeyemi. When there is fire on the mountain, you have to run, and that is why Leeds right now are running round the central midfield to make sure they are able to recognize this 3-0. Stand now, I cannot bet. Mentality is influenced by the coach mainly, and remember to call in to make your contribution to the Premier Sports Fan Center. Our phone number is right there on the screen of the TV. Phone number is 08067547092. Don't forget to call in. I repeat it again, 08067547092. Don't forget to call in to make your submission to what is presently happening. What do you think about the match between Arsenal versus Leeds? 3-0 in favor of Arsenal. What are your contribution? What do you want to say? Always remember, to subscribe to the Premier Sport Fan Center YouTube segment. Subscribe so that you will always get an update. Here in the Premier Sport Fan Center, we give you an update of the ongoing situation in the Premier League, in the La Liga, in the Serie A, in the Bundesliga, all the leagues across the world. We give you an update. We inform you and we tell you the way it is. Tell you just the way subscribe. You have only benefit from it. Premier Sport Fan Center is still and that is a substitution. In the match is placed over, and it's Leeds who have scored one against Arsenal, and Bournemouth have made it 2 against Fulham now. No clean sheet for Arsenal to stand because Leeds have scored 1 goal, and that goal was scored by Christensen. That goal was scored by Christensen in the 76th minute of the second half. What a goal! What a goal! Players of ours we brought bringing cigar, and there is another counter for Arsenal. Who is there? He has one man to beat. He beat him and passed the ball. But right out the ball, and the goalkeeper came in a rush and saved that goal. Let me quickly give you an update of the situation of 5 matches being played across England right now. It is Arsenal who leads this by 3 goals to 1, and Bournemouth vs Fulham. It is 2-1 in favor of Bournemouth, and Brighton vs Brentford. It is 3-2 in favor of Brentford. Then Crystal Palace vs Leicester City. It is 1-1, and Nottingham Forest vs Wolves. It is 1-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. As we are talking, a equalizer from Wolf just equalized against Nottingham Forest, and it is 1-1. I know this Bournemouth team when they deliver with all the people, with all the strikers, with all the big names, Bournemouth is still able to move them. Bournemouth will receive the defeat. It is football, like you say. It is football, like you say, and anything can happen. Bournemouth are right there, riding from the bottom to the mid-table with a victory today. They will be riding from the bottom side to the mid-table of the Premier League, because they defeated Liverpool in the last match, and here they are defeating Fulham also. So it is spectacular. It is beautiful for Bournemouth right now, because we back-to-back win. If they win today, they can easily escape relegation. But let me tell you one thing: the Premier Sport Fan Center is all about the fans. It's all about the fans. We hear the fans what they say, and we share their view, and also argue their view. And from there we can get 1 or 2. No. So right now, before we continue the match, it is 82 minutes into the second half. Let's go hear what the fans said about this particular match. The match between Arsenal. I just
Now,